Welcome to Behind the Design with Jacqueline Green. I'm a marketing pro, entrepreneur, and mom of two. I blend my experiences in marketing, interior design, and education with a side of humor to help small business leaders grow their businesses. Get ready for some practical, expert tips from someone who knows the industry inside and out. Now let's jump in today's topic. Hi, today we're going to talk about the marketing funnel. Now this is part 2. In part 1, we talked about awareness. When we are creating brand awareness and want someone to purchase from us, we typically throw them through a funnel. We want to create awareness, and then from awareness, we want them to consider purchasing our product. And then from considering purchasing our product, we want to acquire them. And then from that acquisition, we want to build retention, which equals loyal customers. So whether it be a repeat sale or whether it is somebody who's just referring you, moving someone through is where you're developing your marketing and the marketing strategies to make sure you're moving them from awareness to consideration to acquisition to retention. So today we're going to talk about the consideration phase. And this is really important if you want them to buy. And the biggest thing you have to remember when we talk about considering purchasing is that when you throw too much at somebody, too much information, too many choices, what happens in the brain is it gets overloaded. And then it's like it basically shuts down and it doesn't want to purchase anything. So if there are too many options, it's just too much. This is why a lot of car dealers back, I don't know how long, quite a long time ago, instead of giving you every single little option to purchase, they created packages. You can get the sport package. In the sport package, it has these things. Or you can get the luxury package. In the luxury package, it has these things. So instead of piecemealing every single little thing, they created these packages. Well, here's a little tidbit you might not realize. When you have these packages, you typically want to have 3. So if you're selling some sort of service and you have 3 different layers or levels, you want the middle level is the one that most people will purchase. So that's going to be your ideal market. That's going to be your ideal product. And you want to do a product comparison between those 3 options. And that middle one is what people are going to buy. And so you're going to put something on there like most popular, best value, anything of that sort to kind of indicate and help the brain recognize that's what I need to buy. Now, how do we go from awareness to consideration? There are a few things that you can do in strategies. One of the biggest one is creating that social proof, that FOMO. People want to know what everybody else is doing, and it's a bandwagon thing. They want to jump on. Oh, I see Bob over here bought this. Well, I need to buy it too, because that's why someone will come to your door and go, oh, I was talking to your neighbor down the road and they're buying this from me, and they're trying to get you to buy as well. And so it's using that social proof, using that familiarity with this person bought so you can buy. So you want to take those testimonials and the reviews that you get from your clients. First of all, you need to ask for them. But you want to take those and make sure you're putting them on your website. Make sure you're adding them to a newsletter or an email, social post. Make sure you're sharing that story. How did you solve somebody's problem with your product or service? The second strategy within the consideration to get them into the acquisition is to personalize that marketing message. Let me give you an example of this. We have a social media calendar, 30-day social media calendar. In that, it gives you inspiration. It maps out everything you need to know, all the structure, how to be consistent. It gives you tips on building 30 days worth of content. It gives you AI prompts. There's a lot filled in that document. And so if someone's downloading that, and I'll put the link down below so you have it. If someone's downloading that, I know that they're having a problem with their social media, whether it be consistency, whether it be not knowing what to post, whether it be I don't know how to measure, whatever that is. I know that. So So I can segment my email list based on who actually downloaded that guide, and then I can send them marketing messages based on what I know about them, how I and how our service at Behind the Design can solve their problem with social media. That personalized effect helps the brain because it's like, oh, they know me. They recognize my problem. And so the brain's like, okay, I'm going to consider their product or service because they know who I am. They understand my needs. And so you're making that connection. Now, at this point, you really do have to understand your audience and what pain point you're solving. And your messaging is going to match that. What you send them via email, even if you do direct mail, phone calls, whatever, you want to make sure you're tailoring that message to their specific needs. Every email system that I know will allow you to personalize that. You can add their name automatically within the subject line. You can also do it within the body. And so that just kind of gets that feeling of, oh, they understand me. I want to buy from them. I know it seems simple, but a lot of companies or brands forget these things, that people want to buy from companies they know, that they trust, and that they like. Now, the third strategy in moving them from consideration to acquisition is demonstration. How do you demonstrate that you are the expert and that your product and service can solve their problem? We do this with free trials. Free trials are a great example. You get a 30-day free trial, try it out, see how easy it is. Another way is through videos. We demonstrate the product. We demonstrate how to use the product, how easy it is to use the product. That's another way that we can help them move from consideration to acquisition. Another thing is doing live demonstrations, whether that is a lunch and learn, or you're speaking at a conference, or you're a trade show booth where you're demonstrating your product and service. You want to show the before and the after. And so even if you're an interior designer, you're showing that space before and after, right? You're demonstrating how your services help solve this client's problem. Okay, so we talked about the consideration phase here. I gave you 3 strategies to work on. I want you to stay tuned because in the next video, we're going to talk about acquisition. What's the psychology of behind the acquisition stage, and how can you gear your marketing to get someone to purchase more? Be sure you subscribe below so you can keep getting our videos and you won't miss out on anything.